everyone, welcome back to LIS Talks, a podcast where we talk about the different stories and experiences right here in the LIS community. I'm Anil.
And I'm Ellen. Today we have a special guest with us from England, Raph.
Thank you for having me, it's an honour.
So Raph is a guest here today because he moved from England to Portugal and he took part in the Duke of Edinburgh Award, which is pretty interesting, so that's what we're going to talk about. So Raph, why'd you move from England to Portugal?
Well, I decided to move from England to Portugal for numerous reasons. One of being that I was Portuguese and I already come here multiple times a year for holidays, so it just seems like an informed, good decision to make. And one thing I prefer the most is the weather here, and the fact I can just go to beaches after school. So for me, it seems like the best choice to move to.
You didn't feel sad leaving your friends and stuff?
There was some tears, some goodbyes, but overall in life, sometimes you grow apart from distance and it happens. But I keep in touch with my friends and I plan on going to see them in 2 weeks' time when I go back to London, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, okay. How was your first day of school here?
My first day of school was honestly pretty fun. We did team building exercises and I got to know the people in my year, and it was a very good opportunity to see the people I surround myself with for the next 2 years.
How about outside of school?
Well, outside of school was actually pretty nice as well. One problem was that my Portuguese wasn't very good. Now it's better, I can speak with Portuguese people, but I had been fortunate enough for someone in my class, another new student, to introduce me to a basketball team. So from there I made very good friendships.
How did you adapt to it here at LIS?
Well, adapting to LIS was a bit difficult for some reasons. I'm doing A-levels now as opposed to GCSEs, and one of them is economics, and I was quite new to economics and I've never done it before, so I had very surface level knowledge. And due to my great teachers and my students, my classmates, I managed to adapt easily and it felt pretty welcoming.
Was it overwhelming in any way?
The only overwhelming part of school was really the fact that I have so many free periods. It's kind of overwhelming having that much free time, and I have to be responsible for my own time since there's no teachers telling me what to do, so I have to choose to revise and study in my own time. And other than that, I found it to be quite a smooth transition.
What were one of your favorite parts about moving here? Or being at LIS in general?
Well, for starters, the basketball pitch and the football pitch. In my old school, we literally never had that. We didn't have much outdoor areas, so here it's a nice difference that I really enjoyed.
So because most people when they move from a different country, they feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed. I know when I moved here from when in the second grade, I didn't feel comfortable because most people in my class were Portuguese. And
no one spoke here in
Nobody
English.
spoke here.
I had my friend, she was a human Google Translate, so it's kind of that's.
But it's good to know that you felt comfortable. So let's talk about the Duke of Edinburgh. What is it for the people who don't know?
So Duke of Edinburgh is a course set by the Duke of Edinburgh. Excuse me. And it provides students the opportunity to pursue and refine skills they may already have, explore new skills, new sports, new opportunities, and go on expeditions to hone in their outdoors activity skills. So
you did the bronze level, right?
Yeah.
What all levels are there?
So it's bronze, silver, gold, and from my knowledge of bronze, since I did it, it includes 4 things: expedition, sports, skill, and volunteering. So for volunteering, I decided to volunteer in an art school that I'd always been familiar with. Every weekend and holidays I'd go there and just draw, paint, make sculptures and anything like that. So art is always something that's been a big part of my life, and just the creative side of life in general I've always been drawn towards.
Yeah.
But yes, and for sports I did basketball, which has always been a big part of my life, and it was quite an easy choice for me as my Duke of Edinburgh was set up by my school and organised by them for my classmates, and they provided basketball in school, and outside of school I also joined the team, so basketball's always been a big part of my life. I find members who play basketball and coach it, so it's always been an obvious choice. And for skills, I chose to do drums, as music has always been a big part of my life and I absolutely love music, and it was an obvious choice as during quarantine my sister purchased a drum kit, and ever since then I've been taking lessons and just playing in general, and I've always really enjoyed it, so yeah.
What about the expedition?
Oh yeah, the last point, expedition.
Yeah.
The expedition for me was a wonderful experience. For starters, I was with friends, so anything with friends with company is more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it proved a good opportunity to just explore skills I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had the ability to walk so far and just with a huge bag and just navigate on my own. Well, my own, like with my peers, obviously. But at times we'd switch. One of my friends would have the map, I have the map, and then so on and so forth. And just having to be able to camp and make your own food. I'm not going to talk on the food because other people had, for breakfast we had porridge, like tin porridge, you pour water in it and then like it becomes like milk and stuff. But me personally, Nando's, I don't know if you're familiar, it's basically Portuguese food but for England, yeah. I had Nando's packet of sauce and boiled ramen. So I just had the ramen noodles with Nando's sauce and tuna. And that didn't really bode well with me. That was I really liked to see because all my friends made fun of me. So, but yeah, it's a good experience, honestly, and it just draws you closer together. So it was very fun. And the first day you do it with an instructor, and then the second, the practice one, you go off on your own. And one advice I'd give is do not pack too much. I packed way too much, too many containers, so much just random stuff I didn't even need and didn't even use. But it was honestly fun. And one thing I absolutely despised was having to clean up. It's a good, you have to clean up with yourself, so it's good. But my friend burnt his porridge, he had to like scrape it so much, and the teachers were really on top of me to clean it, so that was the whole thing. But setting up the tent as well, very stressful and a lot of work involved. You gotta hammer it in, you gotta do this stuff, and it's stuff that I've never done in my life before, so it's very insightful.
Was there like anything that happened that made you like happy or made you remember the trip even more? That's
good. So what I really liked was how during the day we went on our own, we got completely lost. We even saw the drive past and like, where are you guys going? And tried to get us on the right route, but then we still got lost again. And we ended up in a park in some random town, to this day I don't know where. And this mum with her kid just decided to buy us some ice cream to refresh us and keep us going. And that touched me actually, because it's just a moment of humanity that you'd never really expect to see, and it stuck with me. All my friends, we could see that smiling cheek to cheek, and it was a very nice experience.
Do you think that the Duke of Edinburgh Award changed you in any way?
Honestly, I feel like a caterpillar that just emerged from its cocoon into a butterfly. I felt transformed, honestly. Well, for starters, I had no ability I had no grasp of my ability in order to do such activities, and it really opened my eyes and helped me just understand who I am as a person better.
Do you recommend it to the students here at LIS?
Honestly, I'd say so, because I have a firm belief in life you have to jump into the deep end to swim. You have to take shots to shoot, to score. You miss all the shots you don't take. So even if you don't like outdoorsy stuff and you don't want to do that, you just have to go for it. And if you get the pleasure of going to the gold route and progress through all that, which is going to take you a while, maybe a year or 2, 3 years, you have the chance to meet Prince Kate and Princess Kate and Prince William at the award ceremony, which is a big deal, having the royal family congratulate your work and the effort you put in for something. So honestly, me personally, I'd always recommend it.
Is there any advice for students who are new to Liège or new to the country?
What willing to do the award?
Yeah, what advice would you give?
Honestly, for the award in general, just go for new things, you know. It never hurts to try, you know, unless obviously something that's like dangerous, but it never hurts to just pursue things and try your best for whatever you may do, you know. Just got to go into stuff full courage, you know. Because if you're scared of missing out opportunities, then it just doesn't benefit anyone.
Would you think you'd consider doing the silver?
Honestly, I would consider it. Maybe not now, since I'm entering my A-levels next year and I have AS coming up in October and it's exams.
Yeah.
But in the future, like maybe in a gap year after uni, whenever, because you can just there's no deadline when you have to do it. So I genuinely consider doing it.
So what are you looking forward to for next year?
Honestly, just being done with A-levels. I know it sounds silly, but it's the amount of hard work you have to put into doing it. You just want to just get it done with the exams, and then your achievements are finally acknowledged where you get out the way. And 2 other things I'm looking forward to is student council. I plan to join student council and make some changes to the school or suggest some changes maybe I see fit, and if maybe the teachers or whoever's in charge doesn't agree, then it's still my firm belief you've got to go for things. So I'm just going to suggest as many new ideas as I can and just go for it.
Do you think sorry, since like you mentioned you really like instruments and stuff, do you think you'd join the school band?
I was about to say, yeah, bear in my mind. Well, for starters, music, instruments have been something I've loved for my life. I play guitar, bass, piano, drums, clarinet, flute, and violin I've recently been trying. And
Bro.
I want to join the school band because it'd be a good opportunity to perform with other people in front of people and just have something to look forward to the end of each week for band practice. So yeah.
The two instrument I can play is the harmonica.
That's tough. That's so tough.
Is there anything else you wanna say?
Well, honestly, I think I've said all my thoughts. I haven't run out of something to say.
Then one more question: is the tea alarm an actual thing?
The tea alarm, I've heard that people be saying that there's an alarm when you have that tea, but tea time is an actual thing around 4 o'clock after school. You have like sandwich or something, but me personally, I love tea and there's no such thing as tea time for me. I have it at midnight, first thing in the morning, midday. I have it with pizza.
Tea with milk is really good.
Milk and a bunch of honey and some lemon.
Oh, black tea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try it.
It's a unique choice, but I like it.
Right, I think that's all the questions we have for today. But thank you for joining us.
It was a pleasure being here.
So that's it for today's episode. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and share with your dog, because none of you guys have shared with your dog yet, and your parrot, your bunny, your great grandmother, your great.
I think we got the point.
I'm Anu signing off.
I'm Ellen. See you guys later.
I'm Raph. Thank you.